Hey guys, Jessica here. So I thought I would just pop in to give a little update. I think last time I recorded, I was not sure if we were going to have to do an EKG or not. And I was kind of frustrated with the whole back and forth of you need to do this and you need to do that. So the infertility clinic that told me I might need to do the EKG, they had said that the order had come down from the high-risk OBGYN. So I contacted the high-risk OBGYN and they're like, you don't need an EKG. They weren't sure why the infertility clinic thought I did. So I contacted the infertility clinic and told them, I don't need an EKG. The doctor says I don't. So finally the OBGYN's office called back and said apparently the infertility clinic had been looking at like a standard form. And I guess if you have diabetes and your number's like over 7, it's a standard procedure or a standard requirement to have to do an EKG. But since my number at the time was 6.6, the doctor did not check that I needed an EKG. And so they were kind of going off like an unfinished form, and so the doctor wasn't sure why, they went off that. But anyways, the moral of the story, or the point of the story, is I don't need to have an EKG, and we are officially cleared to begin the month of birth control as soon as my next cycle starts. So I have an appointment at the fertility clinic next week. And today is day 31 of my cycle. So I'm kind of hoping my period doesn't come until then, because it would be my luck if my period comes and my appointment to go over the whole schedule, like the IVF consultation, is not until next week. And I could see the clinic saying, oh, you're going to have to wait another month because you haven't had that appointment yet. So I do not want that to hold up anything. So I'm just praying my period decides not to come for another week, so I can go to that appointment, and then we'll start my period and we can start the birth control. So I don't know if I've explained it before, but my husband and I live in Arkansas and I'm out in California doing IVF. So I'm currently staying with my parents. There's only one IVF clinic in the whole state of Arkansas, and we really don't like them. So we decided it would be better for us and for our family if I came out to California and I work at Starbucks, so I transferred my job out here and I can stay with my parents and do IVF here. So my husband is still in Arkansas and I'm out here. So he's coming out next week for a visit. Sorry, I'm in a parking lot and there's people behind me and like kids are screaming. But anyways, he's coming out next week. It's his birthday, so he's going to come out for a visit, and we're going to do our IVF consultation appointment together. So he'll actually be able to go to one of the first appointments, and it'll also be just my luck that when he's here, I will most likely be on my period. But welcome to town. So our doctor had also said, since my husband is in Arkansas, that if he came out for a visit beforehand, we could freeze his sperm, and that way if he can't come out like exactly during his time in IVF, at least we would have frozen sperm. So we were thinking that's a great idea. My husband has an appointment the day before our consultation appointment to get his sperm frozen, but I just found out it's $950. Insurance doesn't cover it. And so I don't know if it's worth it, because he might be able to come out, like for his portion in IVF. That's the ultimate goal. But he's going to be starting school again in the fall. And so I just don't know. Like back in Arkansas, we have a farm. So it's super hard for him to come out because he has to leave the farm. He has to take off work. We have to hire a farm sitter. And it's not just like letting dogs out to pee, or feeding the cats. Like, you have to milk the goats and like haul feeds to everybody. So it's kind of a big deal to find a farm sitter. So I just don't know if it's worth the $950 to have that peace of mind, Or do we kind of just bank and hope that he can come out in, I guess it would be September, whenever his time during IVF would be. So that's what I'm struggling with. $950 is a huge amount of money for something that might not be necessary. Because like if he can come out during IVF, then freezing the sperm is kind of like a moot point. So I don't know. I just found out this morning, so I'm kind of bummed about that. So far, insurance has been great paying for everything else. They just don't pay for the sperm freezing. So that's where we're at. But the good news is we're cleared to start the birth control as soon as we have this appointment. So yeah, pray that my period doesn't come for another week, and I think we will all be good. So we have a month birth control, and then we can start the month of actual like hardcore IVF. So we're looking at about 2 months from whenever my period starts. Yeah, and like shit's getting real, guys. Like, it's scary. Until now it's all just been the prerequisite stuff, but now it's like, oh, it's like actual IVF time. So I'm excited. I'm super thankful. I'm glad everything's been checked off. I'm glad everything has been approved, like cleared and approved so far. Oh, okay. And one more super exciting thing. So I was diagnosed with diabetes. I don't know if I've said this before, but my A1C came back at 6.6, and 6.5 is the bottom of the diabetes line. So like 6.5 and higher is considered diabetes. So now that's on my record that I'm a diabetic. However, I came out in May. Since May, I have dropped about 26 pounds now, and my A1C is 6.1, which is no longer in the diabetic range. But because that one test, it came back at 6.6, I'm diagnosed as a diabetic. So now, like, for future health insurance, it's all going to be a pre-existing condition and all that crap. But great news is my A1C was at 6.1 after only about a month and a half of trying to bring it down. So I have complete faith that it will go down even further, just with me cutting out sugar and exercising and doing all of that. So, yeah, I guess that's 2 great newses, whatever, and 1 not so great, very expensive news. But I'm gonna get going today. I'm meeting a friend downtown for lunch. So yeah, I'm going to film another video. So this one's more about like the IVF update. I'm gonna film another quick one about what I've been doing to lose weight, because I'm down 46 pounds since I started in October. But I kind of like, when I was in Arkansas, I didn't take it very seriously because IVF wasn't, it wasn't like an immediate thing. Once I got out here to California and it's like, okay, well, like, we're actually going to do this. I took the weight loss a whole lot more seriously. So since May, the middle of May when I came out, I'm down 26 pounds. So, and it keeps going down. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to film another video talking about that and what I've been doing. But yeah, so we're cleared for IVF. I'm super excited, and I will let you know if there's any other changes. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.